Welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an acrylic set of nails. I know I haven't done acrylic for so long. I've got my Rachael Wilder's acrylics today. I've got macaron, clear candy and whipped cream. And then I'm also using the Rachael Wilder's premium liquid monomer. The glitter of choice today is obviously nail sugar, but it's called Sugar Shot, this one. And you can get 10% off the Nail Sugar website using my code NATMUG10. At the time of recording this, Royal Mail aren't letting people ship internationally because of some cyber incident. So if you are watching this at some point in the future, hopefully Royal Mail are now shipping internationally. So this is pretty much like a recreation set. I've had a screenshot in my photos for so long, a set by Bling Little Claws. It was just like a really simple acrylic set, but I really liked it. They look totally different. Hers looks a lot nicer. Hers is on a practice hand, and mine I'm just doing on tips because it's just going to make my life easier. So I'm putting on two nails, I'm putting glitter on at the cuticle area, and you want to make sure this is nice and thin because you want to make sure it's nice and thin. And on one of those two nails I'm going to create a smile line. This bit here just shows how wrong I get my liquid to powder ratio. That sounded funny. I was trying to do a smile line, but my bead was so wet that I kept having to chase it back to the, And anyway, I ended up with, normally I like my smile lines a little bit more slender and long, elongated, whereas this one was kind of short and wide. Sounds weird. So yeah, I'm using the macaron as my nude colour. I'm going to grab another bead and we're going to do a glitter fade at the top. I don't know what you call it. Is it a glitter fade? A glitter, yeah, I think it is. So we're just going to feather this up so that you can still see the glitter around the cuticle area. And then it kind of fades down into our nail bed. Yeah. I think I got it right. Oh dear. And I'm going to leave that one then to just set for a bit. I'm just going to leave it to set so that once we have finished faffing around with some other nails, we can come back to this one and give the smile line a file. Oh yeah, you're going to need to just cap the glitter at the cuticle area as well, so that when we come to file it, you don't file through the glitter. And then we're going to do two more nails, and these we're going to do two the exact same. So this one, this one and another one, we're going to have glitter on the free edge. We're going to be doing like a glitter fade, an ombre with the acrylic and the glitter. I don't know how to work. I don't know if I don't know. It's because I haven't done acrylic for a long time. So make sure this is nice and thin. You don't want that too bulky. And then you're going to grab your macaron colour or your nude colour, and you're going to blend this or ombre it over your glitter. I'm going to just take another bead. And yeah, put that at the top. And then blend that down. I don't know that I've ever used macaron before, so this was a first. There we go. And I'm a bit of a faffer when it comes to acrylic. I decided to put another little bead in that kind of centre bit there. I don't know that it made any difference, but there we go. And then because this is an ombre, that as far as I'm aware, macaron is a strength powder, so you only really need to cap the glitter on the free edge. But don't forget, you will need to, I'm working on like tips, so I'm not going to worry too much about, I'm not going to worry at all about doing an apex, but you will have to do that obviously on your client, or if you're practicing on a practice hand, you just, yeah, you get into good habits if you're doing it on a practice hand to actually include an apex, you know, because you don't want flat nails. But on the tips, I'm just going to do them flat because it's literally just for YouTube. Right, I'm going to file around my smile line on this one. This is just going to give us a nice crisp smile line. And for some reason, I file this one and I go and work on a different nail. So I was like here, it's like, oh, and then I was like, no, I'm going to do this one. So this one, I'm going to do it's going to be like a baby boomer nail. I wish I'd made the white a little bit more solid here. It looks a bit wishy-washy. And I move on to this nail. So this nail is going to be a French nail. And I'm running out of liquid in my dappen dish here. I like to not put as much, I don't like to put much liquid in my dappen dish when I start. I'm getting better at doing that, because what I would suggest is, you'll see in a bit, but I do refill my dappen dish with a little bit of monomer. I do it about here. Yeah, that's where it cuts off. I put more monomer in my thingy, but because I'm using white, it contaminated my monomer. So if you're finding that when you cap and then you like come to top coat, if your clear acrylic is starting to look cloudy, it's probably because your liquid is got like the white in, or some other colour in the liquid. So just, you could, when you come to cap, I would recommend just having a separate dappen dish, or emptying your dappen dish and refilling it with fresh monomer, because that will keep your clear nice and clear. Just a little tip there. This one is my baby boomer. We've come back to this one, and also we're going to have a glitter fade at the top, so I don't want to go all the way up, and I do like to faff a little bit. Now on this one, I am going to, because we've got an ombre, I am going to put some clear. Oh yeah, we've got to put the clear, remember, at the cuticle end to encapsulate that glitter. And then I'm also going to put some clear where my ombre is, so that when we file, we don't file away our blend. And then I do file them. That's what they look like. I'm going to, file them now off camera. These are some Swarovski crystals that I had in my collection. They were from Crystal Parade, but they don't have a lot of Swarovski crystals anymore. So I don't know if they've got these ones. They did have some shapes left, but they only had a few. I'm just going to put these on the nails just to make them... I just feel like people will focus more on the crystals than the actual nails, because I didn't like them at all. So all I do is I put a big one, 2 of those little ones, then I put a flame, and then I decided to put 2 more tiny little crystals. It's blurred so you can hardly see it. 2 more tiny little crystals at the top of the flame. And I mean, you can put caviar beads on if you want. I didn't. I just left them like that. I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other nail that doesn't have the glitter cuticle area. And then we're going to use our Madam Glam to top coat. You can get 30% off Madam Glam using my code NatMug30. Also, I will link Rachael Wilder's website down below as well. I don't have a discount code, but if you go onto Rachael Wilder's group, there will be someone on there with a discount code. I think you'll find, if you have a look. Also, this is for you glossy folks out there. I'm going to keep these shiny, because why not? Oh, look at that shine. Look at that shine. The top coating on these took me... Do you see what I mean? I wish I'd made that white on this one a little bit more thick, or less wishy-washy, because it looks... I think that the white bead was a bit too runny. But it's done now. What the heck? It's too late now. Too late now, Nets. And then the nails with the crystals on, you just want to be careful. Just top coat up to them, but try not to go over them. If you want to be super careful, put like do the majority of the nail, and then put a little bit of top coat on your palette, and then just use a detailer brush to go around the crystals. But don't go over them. If you go over them, they'll lose their facets and they won't sparkle. And that would be a tragedy, because Swarovski and Preciosa crystals are just the best. See, look, I'm just using my brush here just to go around the edge. And then I'll pop those in the lamp for a cure, and then this is them finished. I hope you like them. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. You can get 5% off Crystal Parade using my code NAT5. Websites and discount codes will be below, because I can't speak right now. God bless, love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, bye.